winter is finally hit with a vengeance, with storm after storm. And you know what? Winter does teach us a lot about resilience and patience and really learning how to embrace challenges. But you know what? We're changing things up this year. We're going on a cruise to the Caribbean. That's right, folks. This is not your normal freezing winter video that we put out this time of the year. My wife surprised me with a Christmas gift. 24 hours before we left, we got nailed by this massive storm, and we had to drive to the airport in it, and it just made the arrival to 80-degree weather in Miami just that much better. Now, this was our first cruise ever. It was with Royal Caribbean.
This ship is massive.
And we were on the ship, Freedom of the Seas. It was a 4-night, 5-day cruise. And as soon as we got on the boat, we just began to start exploring. We got into our room. We went up and played some miniature golf. And then just took in just the sights and really the wonders of the beauty of this ship. It was unbelievable. And of course, we made our way quickly to the Windjammer, which is the buffet, and just had a wonderful meal. Now, we want you to stick around to the end because I'm going to be sharing some of our favorite aspects of the cruise and what we really loved about it. We just had a wonderful time. Our first day was at CocoCay, which I believe is a private island owned by Royal Caribbean. And I want to just give a shout out real quick to Candy, a good friend of ours. She has a travel agency or travel service called Marvelous Mouse Travels. She's the one that helped us book this trip, and so I'll put a link in the description to her Facebook page and maybe how to reach out to her and contact her. But we're very thankful she helped us book this trip. Now, we got right to the snorkeling as soon as we got on the island. Really enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. It got crowded in a hurry, and so the water got murky, so we weren't able to really snorkel all day, but we had a wonderful time nonetheless and enjoyed just seeing the variety of the fish. Woo! As you can see, we're not suffering in a winter storm anymore. We're walking around on beaches in the Bahamas. We are just having a great time. We're snorkeling. We're just enjoying the 80-degree weather, and it's just nice to kind of get away from winter weather for a while. Well, we just left CocoCay and we are heading to Nassau. Now, on the second evening, we finally went to the dining room for dinner, and we wish we would have eaten there every single night because it was unbelievable. The service was the best we've ever had. The food was absolutely amazing. You could order as much as you wanted. Highly recommend eating at the dining facility if you go on a cruise. Now, day 2 was in Nassau. It was the capital of the Bahamas, and my wife and I, we decided to not book any excursions. We just decided to walk, and we went to the Queen's Staircase, which is just a major landmark in that area. It was hewn out of solid limestone rock, and it was created to create a route from Fort Fincastle to Nassau City. And it was named in honor of Queen Victoria, who reigned in Britain for 64 years in 1837 to 1901. But this Queen's Staircase was created in 1793 and 1794. Now, We ended up walking another mile or so to the Atlantis Resort, and it was free to kind of go in there and explore and look at it. It was unbelievable and just so beautiful. And you could literally book a vacation and spend weeks at this place. It's so incredible, and the architecture and just the attention to detail was unbelievable. But what was really unique was in the entry area of the hotel was an aquarium just loaded with fish. Now, if you wanted to go further and deeper into it, you had to buy a pass to really experience the full resort and go to their private beaches and so forth and pools. My wife and I just kind of walked around, and we just got to explore just what you could explore. But we sure had a wonderful time exploring this Atlantis Resort. Now, the number one place I wanted to go was the Pirate Museum. I'm just infatuated with pirates. If you know anything about me, I love history, and so we went to the Pirate Museum. It wasn't massive, but it had some unique things in there, and we really enjoyed it. And of course, got myself a t-shirt and a patch, and I'm going to put the patch in my Jeep. I know I didn't have my Jeep there, but I'm putting it in the Jeep.
Well, we are in Key West, Florida. We are about 105 miles away from Cuba, which is kind of crazy, right behind us. And we just decided to take a trip. We had a full day before we fly back to our snowy weather back home, and we just thought we'd come down here and check it out.
Oh, sometimes you just wish you could slow down time and enjoy that brief moment that you've been blessed with, that luxury of having every need attended to, having some of the best food you've ever eaten. You wish it could go on, but eventually you got to go back home, back to the winter that you left behind. But understand this, winter teaches us that life's journey is not always a Caribbean cruise. Embracing the trials, we realize that God has placed us where we are for a purpose. And it's in those challenges where we grow, really. And so, as we come back home and just embrace the cold and embrace the winter, we look forward to the adventures we can have even here. Now, I want to share with you some of our top moments and things about the cruise that we just loved. I think my wife and I both talking about it, just loved the fact that we were on an ocean, that we got to just be out there in the sea, and the colors and the beauty and the sunsets. That was pretty special. Being able to do all of that and enjoy that and experience that with my wife was pretty amazing. So our top 3 plus an honorable mention things that we loved about the cruise was number 1, which I already mentioned, being out on the ocean. That was incredible, just a neat experience. Number 2, the food and the service were just spectacular. We couldn't ask for any better food and any better service, some of the best we've ever had. Number 3, the new locations and the history. We just love getting out and adventuring and seeing new things, and we got to do that on this cruise. And our honorable mentions, especially my wife, she loved them a little bit more than me, but were the shows. The Broadway quality, amazing shows that the cruise put on every night. From an ice skating show to a magic show to a and actual like Broadway type of shows. They were just amazing. So thanks so much for watching. We appreciate all of you. And please like and subscribe and share this video. And we'll see you guys in our next adventure.